All right, so I got an interesting video for you. I was going through some of my old combat footage and I got a good IED video, but I figured prior to putting it up, because there's not much to the actual video, I'd give you a quick background on the events that took place leading up to this IED. OPSEC, I'm not going to specify years or anything or the area where I was at, just because I don't know what I'm legally allowed to say. But what I can say is the particular mission we were on for this lasted for weeks. At the point of this occurring, we had been out on our tank fighting for around 48 hours. We had come out for recoveries of blown up vehicles, then returned back to our fob to collect another recovery unit to come out for another vehicle that had been blown up from the EOD team that we had with us. And after our second trip back out to do recoveries, we had a vehicle blow up behind us. I believe it was a Cheetah. Ended up driving over an IED that all of us had driven over, and they detonated it on the vehicle behind us. The humor to the story is that I had decided before this mission that I was going to quit smoking cigarettes and be more healthy for myself. And when we got out there, after having been out there for days, I wanted a cigarette. So I asked my driver for a cigarette, and he informed me that they were all on the back of the tank, and I would need to climb out and grab his bag from the blowout panels on the tank. So when I turned around and got out of the tank, I climbed out of the loader's hatch and I reached back to grab the bag. And as I reached back and grabbed the bag behind my hatch, the IED detonated on the vehicle behind me, filling my sleeve with rubber and launching me back into the tank, taking a chunk off of my lieutenant's CVC as he dropped down in the hole during the explosion. I ended up getting slung back into the tank, smacked my head off inside of the tank, and stood up to shake rubber out of my sleeves. It was interesting, but that led to that next vehicle needing to be recovered. So again, we had to turn around and go back to our fob to get the mechanics and their wrecker vehicle to come out and help us with that. As we turned around, this is probably maybe 300 yards behind us around a curve in the route that we were on. As we were exiting, it was quite visible to me that I could see the pressure switch on the ground, and I yelled at my driver to stop, which led to me explaining that wasn't there when we went through a minute ago. It's clear to me that whatever these sticks are in the tank tracks. And as any loader or tank commander or anyone along that line will tell you, if you're on an operation and you're driving, you're never going to let your driver drive over something that looks like it could be a stick or something like that, due to pressure switches being made out of them. So I knew immediately looking at it, this is not right. That was not there when we came through a minute ago. Something about that it needs to be addressed. So we called an EOD who was behind us and brought them back up in front of us, had them inspect it, and it turned out to be a 155 round buried with a pressure switch in our route back. So this video is the video of us detonating that prior to heading back to the fob. I hope you enjoy it, and I would really like to keep this going and get some more of this footage out there for you as best as I can. All right, I hope you enjoy.